Hello and welcome to Global Oak Media. Today I want to talk about AI music and the Christian. And I want to particularly speak to pastors, worship leaders, people who are doing Christian music, even if it's just Christian music as an artist, not necessarily in a church. But I want to talk with you about AI music. I want to give you 3 reasons why your church, your ministry should be using AI to make music right now, not tomorrow. The very first one is about ownership. Most churches don't actually own the music they use for their worship. They don't own it. It's usually in the hands of individuals. And that in itself is a problem, as we are starting to see with all the cases that are going on. And we really need to think about your church owning the music that you actually perform. Ownership is about having the legal rights to use that music as you would. And yes, I know there's a lot of talk about AI music, but the reality is these are tools that you can actually use to create your music faster. Number 2, you need to avoid legal trouble upstream. If you've been following news lately, and actually not just now, because has been brooding for a while, churches are actually being sued by artists. You take a song, somebody's song, you like it, you perform it on a Sunday service, and then you upload that on YouTube, or you use it to perform somewhere, and the artist decides, I'm taking you to court. You pay up. Some churches have been taken to court, they have been fined. We are increasingly becoming litigious as a generation, and this will only increase more. Sometimes back, universities would happily just take videos of maybe graduating students or students on campus and happily use their photos on their media or their marketing platforms. Talk to any university right now, not any of them would actually dare do that. Think about even places of eateries, even clubs, restaurants. A lot of them are landing in court simply because they assumed. If you go back to the back end of your upload, you're actually going to see this claim that says copyright claim. It may not take down your music, it doesn't even inhibit it, but what actually it does is to alert you that this music is claimed by somebody else, meaning you are actually sitting on something that one day might actually just break up. Because let's face it, most people won't sue you unless they think you are making some money. And number 3, you can actually use AI to make extra money for your church. And let's face it, there's no church that can't do with a little more money that just comes from what you are already doing. Making music with AI simply means you are able to do more faster. So how do you go about monetizing? There are many platforms, but I'll just say even the very basic of uploading on social media like YouTube, the very fact that you own that music, that means if you upload and you have more people viewing, you have more interactions, there is a chance of actually being paid for that music. And let's face it, when you see that copyright claim, it simply means that even if your video garnered millions of views, that revenue is actually directed to the person that claimed that particular piece of music. So why do you want to continue just doing things that are not necessarily going to benefit you, and they also expose you to legal costs? There's nothing wrong with monetizing what you are already doing. And most churches can easily do that because you have followers. You have many people that actually believe in you. So why not be able to use that as an avenue to monetize? Number 4, and this is the one that tied up. I know I said 3, but 4 is a bonus. You know, I've been in the music industry for like 10 years, and I can tell you I've done a lot of music. My studio, rather. I am not a singer, but my studio has produced a lot of music. And the first time God prompted me to really go into AI music, I felt a little hesitant. I wasn't sure because there are a lot of many stories about what AI music is all about. But I will have you know that this is actually a tool like any other. It's an instrument. You know, way back, my father-in-law was actually once excommunicated from his church because he came with a man who carried a guitar to church. Think about that. There was a time when you could not use or bring a guitar or any kind of musical instrument into the church. Today, there's no church that doesn't really invest heavily on musical instruments. We have PA systems that are actually designed to do exactly what would have made our forefathers cringe and call us heathens. You know, when Jesus said that the children of this world are wiser in their generation than the children of light, really, this is actually what he meant. Sometimes Christians, we shy away from technology simply because we don't understand it. So the number 4 I was talking about here is that the reason why you really need to be making AI music in your church is because your congregation is already consuming AI music. And you as a pastor, yes, you are consuming AI music already. If you are listening or watching any kind of music video or listening to music online, more than 50%, if not more, right now, of music that is uploaded is actually AI generated. So whether or not you know that you are actually using AI music, you already are. So forget about whether it is good or bad. Think about it. When you listen to a good piece of music, you don't think about who sang it. You don't listen to any music because of the person who sang, unless you already know them. First of all, it is the content. It is how it sounds. And then from there, you can go on embracing the person. By the time you start looking for the person who sang such and such a song, it is because it blessed you so much or you liked so much. Now you want to see whether they have others. So this is what happened a couple of months ago. When God prompted me to do this, I had to go on an experiment. And I had to ask myself, would Christians embrace AI music? And let me tell you, the past 3 or so months, I've made a lot of AI music, Christian music. And let me tell you, humbly, and this shocked me, is that there's no single person who ever stopped to ask, where did this music come from? All I got, and I've got records of many comments and feedback, this song blessed me. Make more of this. Now, are these people doing something wrong? Absolutely not. What blesses you is the content. If a song is scripturally sound, if a song sounds good to you, if it ministers to you, if it blesses you, that's all. So we need to actually embrace AI music because we are already consuming it. We need to intentionally incorporate it in our service to God. This is the danger of churches being left behind in this. Why? Because the people who are making all this AI music, not all of them are Christians, but they know Christians are consuming the music because as long as the music sounds good, they will make. Now, if people who know the word don't actually generate the music, if people who can actually scripturally check that this music is scripturally sound, if they are not making the music, the people that are making will simply make because it sounds good and they will not care. So, in that case, chances of people consuming music that is actually not sound will still be there. So, why should not the churches be taking a front line in actually owning AI music and using it for worship? If Christians don't do the AI music, stones will make them. Jesus himself said, well, if you don't sing or if you don't worship me, God is able to raise stones to actually sing. And you're looking at the music that is being done by machines now. The reality is the music is good. There's no going back. So I'm begging you humbly as a Christian myself that you as a church leader, as a pastor, or as somebody who uses music to minister to God, it is time you ask yourself, is there a tool that God has provided you that you are currently not deploying? And I want to hear your views. I want to have that conversation and discuss what is it that you can actually do to incorporate AI tools in your ministry. There's a lot that you can actually do to accelerate your productivity in the service of God. And until next time, my name is Nelson Karanja. This is Global Oak Media.
Global Oak Music. I was sinking in the shadows, heart so heavy I could hardly breathe. Every promise felt like broken gravel, till your mercy came and reached for me. You rescued me, pulled me out of the deep, set my soul on its feet. Oh yes, you did. You rescued me, opened up my eyes. Now your grace is all I see. I was lost, I was gone, but your love kept holding on. Jesus, you rescued me. I remember all the nights of crying, talking to the ceiling, feeling small. Then I heard you whisper, child, I'm with you. In that moment you tore down my walls, yeah. You rescued me, pulled me out of the deep, set my soul on its feet. Hallelujah. You rescued me, opened up my eyes. Now your grace is all I see. I was lost, I was gone, but your love kept holding on. Jesus, you rescued me. From the valley, from the ashes, from my pride and all my madness. Oh, you were waiting, arms wide open, spoke my name and chains were broken. You rescued me, pulled me out of the deep, set my soul on its feet. You rescued me, opened up my eyes. Now your grace is all I see. I was lost, I was gone, but your love kept holding on. Jesus, you rescued me. Yes, you rescued